Boys and gals, this is our first ever live recording of a lesson in Chatsworth history. You believe that?
We just made a world record.
Hooray! Okay, so let's do a review, okay? So we know that a fictional narrative is a story that did or did not happen? Didn't happen. Does it have to be wild and crazy? Or can it be realistic?
No.
It can be realistic, right? Like Daxton goes to the zoo, right? Not wacky and crazy, okay? But it could happen. It didn't happen, though. All right? So in this example, I'm going to make a copy of young Daxton's work here. Yeah. Let's see. How do I do this? How do I make a copy? Criminy. Let's pause. Daxton, which story were we going to use? Bank robbery? Yeah? Okay. So, young Daxton, we know that he has his character named Jack. All right? Jack is 16. He's a human. He knows martial arts. He's rich and he's kind. Okay? His learner profile, he's knowledgeable and he's caring. And he values winning and kidness or kindness. Okay? He is scared of a rhino turd. Okay. All right. Now, then we have his secondary characters, SpongeBob, Patrick, and the invisible person. Okay, so we can see that young Daxton needs to go back here and make one more secondary character, right? Okay, so for now, it's just going to be Flobbington McGilligupton. Okay, and he's 37, and he is an egg sandwich. Okay, you can, yes?
My dog's name is Jack.
Cool. Excellent. All right, so we have SpongeBob, Patrick, and Flobbington McGilligupton, the egg sandwich. Okay. Private who? Okay, so we're going to do this one together, all right? Daxton, this is not going to be your actual story. So we need to think about where does this take place? Any ideas for where this one might take place? Okay, it does have multiple settings. So where's the main one? What should we do, Zaina? The bank, where is the bank, though?
In Seattle.
In Seattle, okay. Is that what you're going to say, Seattle? Yes. Seattle, Washington, USA. Okay? Now, do we want this story to take place in the past or in the future or present? What do you think? Future? All right. The year 2050.
No, 3, 1, 26. That's good.
2050, okay?
25.
All right. Now, what does this mean? Additional scenes in your story. All right? What does that mean? Is the story just going to be Seattle, Washington, or is there going to be some place in Seattle, Washington? Okay, so how about maybe at Jack's house? Jack's house could be one setting. The bank.
And under the sea.
And,
Yeah, because SpongeBob and Patrick.
oh.
Yeah, but he got it.
Oh, Flobbington McGilligupton. And we'll say the beach. Okay? The beach. All right. So I know that in my story, it's going to be in Seattle, Washington. It'll be the house, the bank, the beach. Okay? Yep. All right. So next, planning an imaginary setting. So think of the first setting in your story. All right. Where is this guy going to be? So he's going to, let's just say he is in a quiet neighborhood. Okay? In a quiet neighborhood.
In a suburb.
Okay. In Seattle. For your story, you do whatever you want in Seattle. Okay? Now, our location, since it's in Seattle, we know that it is Earth, but you could also do under the sea if you want. You could do it on Mars. You could do it in a moving truck if your main character is a moving box. All right. Inhabitants. What does inhabitants mean?
Creatures and people.
Yes. Okay. What creatures and people? So, what should we do? All right. So there are humans. There are
Egg sandwiches.
flying cars and
No flying sandwiches.
talking sandwich.
Sandwich.
A talking sandwich. Okay. Now, if you want to translate Yui and Haruta, you can go. I'm going to pause this. And a talking sandwich. Now imagine we're in a small neighborhood. So in your mind, everyone close your eyes. Imagine you're in a small neighborhood. It's the year 2050. And what do we see? All right, what's our focus? What are some things we can see when Jack is out on the street? Okay, there are robots, driving cars, floating houses, and flying houses. And hoverboard. And people on hoverboards. Okay? So, you can already kind of imagine that, right? Jack's out on the street. There's flying cars and houses and hoverboards. Okay? Alright, so we got that going. Next, what is our character doing? What's Jack doing? How is Jack feeling? Now, is he going to rob a bank? What's happening?
So the other character is gonna be, instead of the egg sandwich, his friend, and then his friend turns into the bank robber.
Okay, so let's just start with a simple, how's he feeling? Is he excited? Is he nervous?
He feels normal.
He feels normal? That's so boring. All right, he feels nervous
My life is
and excited. Okay? How would we show that someone is nervous or excited? What could they be doing?
someone nervous to be ready.
Okay. All right, so Jack is sweating incredibly much and biting his fingernails and picking his nose.
Ew! That sounds like Mr. Cone.
Okay, so what's our character doing? All right, any idea what's Jack doing in the setting right now? What do you think? Jessica, what do you think? He's walking. Oh, he's hovering. Okay, he's hoverboarding. Hoverboarding without a helmet. With SpongeBob and Patrick on their bicycles. Okay? All right. Now, what else can we see in the setting? What else can we see? Is there anything else we can see? What can we see there? All right, there are red rose bushes. Okay, a dog. A dog chewing on a shoe. Chewing on a robot. Apple trees everywhere. Everywhere. And flashing neon signs that say, have you ever tried to rob a bank?
That's such a bad question.
Okay, so what can we hear? What can we hear in this scene? Sirens? Can you hear a light? Okay, signs, electric sounds from the electric sounds from the sign. Screaming. And a horse. A horse. Oh no! What the? And a horse. Okay, so we can hear a horse. So that's what we can hear. How does Jack feel? Not like his feelings. Like is he cold? Is he hot? Can he feel a fly crawling onto his arm?
He can feel Mr. Cobb.
All right, so there is a warm wind and light rain. Okay? Drizzle. Light rain, drizzling. Good work. All right, what does he smell?
Hot dog.
Hot dogs.
Robotic hot dog.
Hot dogs from SpongeBob's.
No, Krabby Patties. Krabby Patties.
Okay, hot dogs and Krabby Patties.
That's how he spells Krabby.
Well, that's how I spell it. All right, is there anything that we can taste? Is he eating anything?
Yeah, he's eating a Krabby Patty.
All right, the last bite of
His hot dog.
his Krabby Patty.
Hey, the Krabby Patty's actually a crab. The Krabby Patty's actually a crab.
Okay,
Nice one.
all right, the last bite
The last
of
Krabby.
his Krabby Patty. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're not starting to write our story yet. All we're doing is we're building up our imagination, okay, of what's going on. So you have your character. Today you're going to be working on your setting, okay? Now try to be as imaginative as you can, okay? Remember, you want people to be excited about your story. So don't, oh, the boy was on the bus going to school. And that's all. Okay? Try to be exciting.